Your vision is our vision. Colecovision.
Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at game number 14 in our 20 from the Colecovision series. And this is an arcade sequel. The original game was called Berzerk, created by Stern in 1980. And this is called Frenzy, created in 1983 by Coleco Industries Incorporated for the Colecovision. And it was earlier released in the arcades by Stern in 1982. They were both really good maze games. Very, very hectic gameplay. You get surrounded by evil robots, and if you take a while in a maze, then this grinning ball appears, and his name is Evil Otto. Now, in the original Berzerk, he could not be destroyed, but in Frenzy, he can. Another will take his place immediately afterward, but you will get points for shooting him and taking him out. None of the walls can harm you in Frenzy, unlike Berzerk. We'll go ahead and get started. And you see that the pink walls can be destroyed. Now the robots are a little bit smarter than in Berzerk, but you can still bait them into being destroyed. And like I said, none of the walls can kill you. Remember that. Very, very crucial. You have to learn how to bait the robots into being shot. There are solid white walls, and your bullets will bounce off of those, and so will the robots. And like in Berzerk, you get a bonus for destroying all the monsters. Or the robots. Monsters. This is a creepy stage. You see a giant Evil Otto head inside that enclosure. But if you try to... you can't shoot him. If you try to destroy the Evil Otto that will appear, then he gets really creepy and he makes this angry face, and then you are totally screwed because a bunch of super fast Evil Ottos will appear and kill you instantly. And we'll look at that later on in this video. Now there is a strategy you want to use. You can bait the robots into running into their own shots. Like I said, they're a little bit smarter. And there I killed the Evil Otto, and another one appears and he's faster. Don't do that too often. But yeah, the robots are a little bit smarter than in Berzerk. There is one skinny robot, and you need to kind of lead him into your shots. The fatter, shorter ones are easier to kill. Sometimes there are special things you can shoot in the maze, like the center of the maze, and that freezes all the robots. This power generator thing, whatever it is, that'll freeze the robots, but they can still shoot at you. This game has music, the Colecovision version. The arcade one did not. However, the arcade Frenzy and the original Berzerk had voice samples. Of course, this does not. But it's still a very, very cool port. Very innovative. Yeah, if you've got the room, you can shoot Evil Otto. You don't get very much points for destroying him. So it's generally not really that important. Unless you're close to an extra life. You can really rack up the extra lives, because I think you get one every 1,000, is it? And that machine will eventually destroy all the monsters on this. God damn it, I keep calling them monsters. All the robots on the screen. And that sound indicated I got an extra life. I reached 5,000 points. Maybe it's every 5,000. yeah, you want to learn to bait the robots into shooting each other. And notice that you can create your own door, or you can create your own walkway by destroying the destructible walls and then walking through. Once you get used to knowing what the behavior of the robots and baiting them into walking into your shots or their own shots, then the game actually gets fairly easy. You can play it quite a while. And I had a really, really, really good game, but I didn't play all the way through because I didn't show the whole playthrough because that would have just taken too long. But we'll see most of my game. See, I kind of led him back into my shot. You get 1 point for each piece of the wall that you destroy, and again, you can't destroy the white walls. Your shots will bounce off of them. Like that. Just learn what it takes to lead the enemies into your shots, the robots into your shots. I saw both Berzerk and Frenzy in arcades before. Berzerk I saw in a number of places. It was hugely popular. Stern mostly, they made some of their own games. A lot of them were licensed to Konami, or were created by Konami and licensed to Stern. This and Berzerk was Stern's original. Get the hell out of there! Because those evil Ottos, I think there's like 5 of them that spawn. They are super fast. Just like in Berzerk, you will get a bonus if you destroy all the robots in the maze. I think you get like 10 points for all of them. A 10-point bonus or something. And again, that power generator thing in the middle, if you shoot through the wall surrounding it, you will freeze all the robots, but they can still shoot at you. Those diagonal shots are especially dangerous. Well, I kind of wanted to go up and shoot that last robot, but oh well. When you start a maze, crap, you have a couple seconds to react before the robots start firing at you. And sometimes it seems it takes them a while to start shooting at you. As you progress in the game, they can fire more and more shots at once. And the evil Otto will appear where you started in the maze. And so you don't want to hang around in that area too long, or he'll appear right on you and kill you. And again, here's that thing that'll kill all the robots. It might not do it right away, but they will eventually all die. One of the first things you want to look... One of the first things you want to look out for is enemy robots behind destructible walls, because they will eventually shoot through those walls and shoot at you. They do try to hit you with their shots. They're not just shooting blindly. Yeah, I had a terrific score on this game. I like both Berzerk and Frenzy. I might like Berzerk just a tidge more, and Berzerk did a lot better in the arcades than Frenzy did. Yeah, there's whichever side that you exit the maze, you will appear on the opposite side on the next maze. So keep that in mind. You'll know where you're gonna be. He shot himself. Just know where you're gonna be, and be ready to react right away, because you'll have those 2 seconds before the robots start attacking you. And the further you get in the game, the more shots they'll fire at you at once. And the more robots can shoot at once. So expect shots from all angles. Later on in the game. Go. If you got a little distance and you wanna just shoot him for points, yeah, if you're close to an extra life, just go ahead and do so. Yeah, I really like this version of Frenzy. I like it better than the arcade original. Yeah, see, I'm shooting right at that guy and it does nothing. I really think you should be able to destroy the giant evil Otto head. I do really like that they did away with the walls that will kill you if you touch them from Berzerk. I found that kind of annoying. I think I first saw Berzerk at my dad's grocery store. He was a grocery manager at Fred Meyer, and that was the first place that I saw Berzerk. And then Frenzy I only remember seeing once, and that was at a nickel arcade. Frenzy didn't get nearly the attention that Berzerk did, but it's certainly a playable game. Kind of a worthy sequel. And again, remember that the evil Otto will appear where you started the stage, or started the maze. It's weird that doesn't kill all the robots off right off the bat. It takes a while to get rid of all of them, but it will kill all the robots on the screen. So definitely make use of that thing. I'm not sure what the hell to call it. It's a goofy machine that looks like its tongue is sticking out. Yikes. Don't miss. When you have to take out the robots right around you, don't miss. Because they'll have that extra time to get ready to start shooting at you. And this is a machine that creates more robots. And you can of course shoot it to keep it from making more robots. Yeah, I did not know that there was a Frenzy for the Colecovision. Back in the day. Like I've said before, I never really played the Colecovision. I played it like once, and I only played Mr. Do. But yeah, you really owe it to yourself to see how great they did all these arcade ports. And apart from the arcade ports, there wasn't much else to write home about. Most of the non-arcade port games were not very good. We'll look at some of the ones that were good. Holy crap, I'm running out of room. Ah. One thing that I didn't mention yet is when you fire downwards, your guy ducks his head. That actually can save you from lasers coming from behind or in front of you. You can duck and it might miss you. It's kind of cool. Yeah, this port of Frenzy came out in 1983, and the original arcade game was 1982. I'm just gonna leave. But yeah, one of the first things you want to look for is take out the enemies immediately surrounding you, and then look for destructible walls and enemies on the opposite sides of those, because they are going to start shooting through the walls at you. And then when you got a moment, try to direct the enemies so that they run into your line of fire, or run into their own shots, or shoot each other. But yeah, you gotta be ready to react right off the bat at the beginning of each stage, or at least later on in the game, or each maze, and stay out of the line of fire of those diagonal shots. Those are tough to avoid. I like that the evil Otto frowns when he gets shot. And here's that machine that destroys all the monsters, or at least eventually. And you get a decent bonus. Not a great bonus by any means, but better than nothing for sure. And again, I like that they have music in this instead of just voice samples from the arcade game. Although the voice samples, shit, I wasn't paying attention to the diagonal shots. But the robots can continue shooting things for you to bump up your score. They can continue to shoot pieces of wall. They can continue to shoot each other. Or they could shoot the evil Otto for you. You can get some more points, and if you are on your last life, and you are almost to an extra life, and you die, then just maybe the robots will get you those points that you need. The more the more I play this, the more I like it. It's really kind of a cool game. Just it makes you think real quick, makes you react real quick. But yeah, one of the first thing you want to do is take out enemies that are real close to you, and then start taking out the enemies that are on the opposite side of destructible walls, because they will take shots at you. Yeah, kind of lead the thin robot into your shots, because he will try to avoid them, kinda. Yeah, the arcade game of Frenzy, one of the voice samples is Robot Attack, and that's when the evil Otto appears. Crap. And it just says it in text in this game, Robot Attack. Yeah, Berzerk was one of the earliest examples of speech synthesis The very first one was called Stratovox, and it wasn't a very good game. It was a Space Invaders type game, and it was kind of crappy. And Berzerk came out shortly afterwards, and it had... yikes, he appeared on me. And Berzerk had much better voice samples. I remember my friends at school speaking some of the dialogue from Berzerk, and I think Wizard of War 2. I really liked that one as well. Speech synthesis early on was a really cool novel idea, for video games. Crap. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a whole playthrough. I'm gonna get like, I think 30,000 something or other, because I ended up getting 60,000. We're already 20 some minutes into the video. We'll just skip forward in a little while to towards the end of my game. This is a fantastic port, and it's a good deal different in a number of ways, especially with the music. But I think those are good changes. And again, remember, don't hang around where you started the maze, because that's where Evil Otto's going to appear. I don't want to bother getting him. Yeah, that will freeze the enemies, but they can still shoot at you. If you choose one of the harder difficulties, harder skill levels, 2, 3, or 4, the robots will be noticeably faster right off the bat. And we'll take a look at that a little bit later. God, look how much the robots can shoot by this point. Good gravy. Come on, walk into my shots. There we go. If you want to shoot Evil Otto... Oh, cool, here's the smart bomber. Crap. Blew it. I don't know what the hell that thing is. It's goofy, but it'll destroy all the robots for you if you shoot it. And take advantage of those couple seconds that you have. Damn it, before the robots react. Obviously, on the first stage, the robots don't even shoot. And look how far we've come. Now they shoot like crazy. Ah, crap. Hey, you die a little different in this one as well. From the arcade game. I just like all the different things about this game. It's really quite cool. I have such vivid memories of the arcades I used to go to. I can almost, in some cases, I can even remember where exactly in the arcade a particular game was displayed. I remember a nickel arcade called Wonderland, and I don't know if that location is still there. They have a number of locations. It was way out in northeast Portland. They had when you walk in and you look to your left, that's where the video games started, and I think along the far left wall was Frenzy. I think close to that there was a Puyon machine, and I liked that game a lot too. That was a Konami classic. If you ever like to talk about video games, there's a I like how the giant evil Otto head frowns when you clear all the robots. Yikes. If you like to talk about video games, sign up with a website called Atari Age. There's all sorts of cool forums, and one of the threads that I came up with, we're gonna zip forward towards the end of my game. One of the threads that I came up with was called Memories of Where You First Saw a Particular Arcade Game. I like to talk about where I first saw games like Frenzy here. Oh, the robots got me an extra life. Hope you're excited about the prospect of things kind of returning to normal with the pandemic going around. Some restrictions being lifted. There's talks about when they're gonna have certain sporting events return. They're planning on going ahead with the NFL season. Yikes. I'm get out of here. They're gonna expand the NFL playoffs by one extra team per conference, and planning on having the season open at the usual time. I miss football. With the great draft that my team had, the Buffalo Bills, I'm really looking forward to the regular season. Pretty decent team to begin with. They made some great off-season moves. I'm really excited about Stephon Diggs. I think he's gonna definitely be the tough catch wide receiver that Josh Allen needs. Not that John Brown isn't good, or Cole Beasley for that matter, but a wide receiver that can make diving catches to make their quarterback look especially good. That's what he really needs. But yeah, things look like they might be starting to turn out for the better. Crap! Why didn't I go? Why didn't I go around that wall? I'm dumb. Oh man, I just avoided getting shot. You're enjoying my look at the Colecovision here. Hell, in my game. And this musical cue was definitely not in the arcade version of Frenzy. But I really like this port. This is a great port. And now let's look at some of the skill settings. We'll look at skill setting number 2, just to show you how much faster the robots move. It's tough to get caught in an explosion radius by the robots. You can, but you have to be awfully close. And now let's look at their speed in skill setting number 3. Yikes! There, I did get caught in an explosion. And skill setting 4. They're just so fast. And now we'll look at me shooting an evil Otto with the giant Otto head. See, I was able to duck under those shots. That was kind of nice. hell out of here, yikes. And now here's me getting caught. Yikes. Well, that was Frenzy, game number 14 in our 20 from the Colecovision series, created in 1983 by Coleco Industries, and the original arcade release was in 1982 by Stern. This is Crazy Clown Radio, and thanks for watching Frenzy. Hope to see you soon with game number 13. Have a good one, everybody. Stay safe. Bye-bye.